See, I think there are two ways in which people are controlled. First of all, frighten people, and secondly, demoralize them. An educated, healthy, and confident nation is harder to govern. And I think there's an element in the thinking of some people. We don't want people to be educated, healthy, and confident because they would get out of control. The top 1% of the world's population own 80% of the world's wealth. It's incredible that people put up with it, but they're poor, they're demoralized, they're frightened, and therefore they think perhaps the safest thing to do is take orders and hope for the best.
Inflation, it's eroding people's purchasing power. It's reducing their ability to save for their future or invest in these long-term goals. So that loss of financial stability can create a sense of powerlessness and insecurity and contribute to feelings of uncertainty and vulnerability. It can really impact people's self-esteem, their resilience, their overall psychological health.
To keep the general public, sedated, and in submission to the elites, to the power, the power that be, so-called, that are in charge of, reinforcing the laws, passing the bills, and all these things, keeping the people in line. Because at the end of the day, believe it or not, the higher ups, the elites, they view us as just a bunch of cattle that need to be, in submission to their, to their teachings, to their laws, to their bills or whatnot.
That has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth. What truth? That you are a slave, Neo. Like everyone else, you were born into bondage, born into a prison that you cannot smell or taste or touch. A prison for your mind.
There was that ant that stood up to me.
Yeah, but we can forget about him.
Yeah, it was just one ant. One ant.
Yeah, you're right. It's just one ant.
Yeah, boss, they're puny.
Puny? Say, let's pretend this grain is a puny little ant.
Did that hurt?
Nope.
Well, how about this one?
Are you kidding?
Well, how about this? You let one ant stand up to us, then they all might stand up. Those puny little ants outnumber us 100 to 1. And if they ever figure that out, there goes our way of life. It's not about food. It's about keeping those ants in line.
These two ants are so rude.
You need to get me off the camera and
Look,
you need to step away from this
These
camera.
two ants are so rude. They peasants. They saying they manager on the way. I don't want to talk to the manager. Y'all ants.
Step away from this counter.
Your manager peasant. Y'all ants.
The world that we live in, orchestrated by the God of this world, the devil, and his minions, working and speaking through men or the elites, the people that be in charge, is designed to keep the general public in bondage, a slave to the system. I mean, ask yourself, why do you work? Why do you go to a 9 to 5? Why do you accumulate money? What, just to feed your family? Just to have proper housing? And then what? What are you working towards? What is your end goal? Because many people are just here. They're consumers, taught by the system to consume, to buy, to compare their lives, and to try to be other people. And then for what? Just to die in your sin and go to hell? You need Jesus Christ. You need purpose. You need, to seek that which is above. Because the temporal things, this world is passing away. That's why you need to have an end goal in mind. You're not just here to be a consumer, as the world tells you, as the elites tell you. You're here to come to the knowledge of Jesus Christ.
Water, Mr. Rango. Water. Without it, there's nothing but dust and decay. But with water, there's life. Look at them, so desperate to live, they'll follow it anywhere. That's the immutable law of the desert. Control the water, and you control everything. But I don't have to tell you that, being a true man of the West as you are.
A lot of people's going to be getting out. We always look for the next year, but the next year's not promising anything better. So it's taken away hope for a lot of people.
McAnally said up to 1 in 3 farmers face going out of business. It's just the farm families themselves, their mental health, of being able to survive this. We need to put our arms around them, help them through this hard times.
I really don't think people understand how bad the situation is. It hasn't got a lot of attention. And even if the government was to step in with a large payment, that might be a temporary Band-Aid.
Out of the corner.